Hello, I'm Henry, and welcome back to Tiny Tank Tournament. This is the fourth match of round 2, in which T3H Jimmer is facing off against Standard Stefan. T3H Jimmer's entry, the Divine Lights, managed to win an almost perfect victory in their first round, only losing a tiny bit of HP to friendly fire. Standard Stefan had a bit more trouble, but he still managed to win his match against Doom Agent Swarm quite decisively. So, with introductions over, let a battle begin. T3H Jimmer's tanks fire immediately, but they can't hit. Never mind. One of the AMXs takes a tiny bit of damage. Now the AMXs have started firing, but they all miss. Oh. And now both sides have line of sight to each other. All the AMXs seem to be targeting that Divine Light, which has now been thrown into the air, while the Divine Lights are targeting all except that AMX equally. One of the Divine Lights is now at 80%, and one of the AMXs has now despawned, while another one is at 80%. I believe the one at 80% is this one. Two of the Divine Lights have collided. I think that was a big... This AMX is now... I think it's AI dead? Yeah. So now there are only 2 AMXs left. Yep. All of the Divine Lights seem to be targeting this AMX, which is quickly melting, while both of the AMXs are rapidly switching targets. They seem to be targeting that Divine Light right now. Oh, another volley from the Divine Lights. Targeting. Oh, one of the Divine Lights has now been disarmed. The AMX is sliding sideways. Another volley from the Divine Lights, slowly melting through the Heretics. So they're not... I think that Divine Light is missing... Yep, it's missing all but one of its lasers. So it is practically disarmed. Oh, that AMX has just despawned. I don't know what it's from, but now there's only one AMX left, while 3 of the Divine Lights are still fully operational, and one has a bit of its weaponry left. The AMX also isn't shooting for some reason. So now it's just a matter of time until it dies. Oh, it's despawned. I didn't realize that. So T3H Jimmer wins the first match. 2 of the Divine Lights have been disarmed, and one of them is down to 1 laser, but it was still quite decisive since these 2 Divine Lights are still practically unharmed. Now on to round 2. As always, the 2 teams have switched sides. 3, 2, 1, let the battle begin. T3H Jimmer's tanks firing immediately, but they completely miss because of the hill in between them and the enemy. Both sides are set up to quite close range, so they're both just going straight forwards. Oh, one of the Divine Lights taking quite a bit of damage. I think it's now lost one of its lasers. Oh. All of the AMXs focusing on and these 2 Divine Lights have now collided. Oh, wow. When they hit, those grenade launchers are surprisingly devastating considering they're just simple weapons. And one of the Divine Lights has now been disabled, and 2 of the Divine Lights have now been disabled, and 2 of them have flipped over. just explosions everywhere. This Divine Light is now down to, I think that's 3 lasers, and this one's down to 1. Oh, a bit of friendly fire there. And one of the AMXs has now lost its main gun. 3 of the AMXs are now targeting the Divine Light over here, while... Oh, one of the AMXs is on its side. One of the Divine Lights has DQ'd. Probably from being too damaged, but I'm not sure. This Divine Light can't seem to decide on what to target, so it wastes most of that barrage on just the ground. The AMX that has lost its main gun rams the Divine Light, but since neither of them have any rams, that didn't do any damage. The unarmed Divine Light is just running in circles. Oh, and this Divine Light is now on its side. So it can't hit the... Never mind, it's just rolled over, has it? Yep, it's rolled over. It's now spinning in a circle for some reason. I think this is the only Divine Light still functional. Yeah, it is. Just check the other 4. All of them have been completely disarmed. It's... Oh, and there goes its turret. Another hit in midair. And it's not too damaged. Another one of the Divine Lights, that one over there, I think. No, I don't know which one it is, but it's 2 damage. Oh, it was that one. Never mind. I'm dumb. 3 of the AMXs are now targeting this Divine Light, and the 4th one is targeting the Divine Light over there. Both Divine Lights are now completely unarmed, so it's just a matter of time until they die. Oh, the flipped over AMX has now righted itself somehow. So yeah, that happened. The Divine Lights are surprisingly tanky. Both of them are almost 2 damaged. If they take just 0.1% more damage, then they're... Yep, it's now 2 damaged and it's gonna despawn. And... So, Standard Stefan wins round 2 rather decisively. The only damage Standard Stefan's team took was this AMX losing its main gun. Oh, and 2 of the grenade launchers. I think that what happened was, yeah, the gauge increasers were disconnected, which broke the gun. Now, onto round 3. I flipped a coin to decide which team spawns on which side, so Standard Stefan is now to the north, and T3H Dimmer is now to the south. 3, 2, 1... Start. One of T3H Dimmer's tanks isn't moving for some reason. Never mind, it started moving now. I don't know what happened there. Standard Stefan's tanks fire off a volley, which mostly misses except for 1 hit landing on this Divine Light here and doing no damage. What happened to the audio there? I'm not sure why that was, but the lasers sounded really weird. One of the Divine Lights gets thrown into the air and actually gains a few DQ points from that. 2 of the Divine Lights have crashed into each other. And all the AMXs seem to be targeting this Divine Light over here. A bit of friendly fire and it gets tossed upside down. Stuff is happening. One of the Divine Lights is at 77%, one of the AMXs is at 73%, I think it's that one over there. Things are happening. Three of the Divine Lights are focusing on this AMX, and they're just melting through its armor. I think. Yeah, its gun has now been disabled, and all its grenade launchers have been removed, so it's just completely disarmed. Well, one of the Divine Lights has died. I don't know what that was from. And another one of the Divine Lights is at 60-something percent. 64%. It's this one over here, which has been completely disarmed. So now there are only 2 Divine Lights left, one of which has now also been disarmed. So there's only 1 Divine Light still fully functional. Unless this Divine Light manages to get really lucky, T3H Jimmer is probably going to lose this match. Oh wait, one of the AMXs has also despawned. I have no idea where that was or when it was, but yeah, that happened. I think it still has all its lasers? No, it only has 2 lasers. Never mind, it has, that is, 4 lasers left. Not anymore. It has now been disarmed, so Standard Stefan is probably gonna win this match. No, not probably. So Standard Stefan is now guaranteed to win this match, since T3H Jimmer's team has no way of doing any damage. So now it's only a matter of time until Standard Stefan's tanks manage to chip their way through the Divine Light's armor. Since T3H Jimmer's team has no way of fighting back, I'm going to fast forward this bit now. There's only 1 Divine Light left now, and it's this one over here. The Divine Lights are really tanky. I'm not sure why that is. They don't have particularly much armor. I think it might be because of the wheels. Wheels actually have a surprising amount of HP, and the wheels on the Divine Lights are placed along the sides, so provide a bit of protection. Anyways, it's now despawned, so with another victory for Standard Stefan, his team is now moving on into round 3, and T3H Jimmer is going into the losers bracket. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching.